I'm Mike the Movie Man, and I have a Mega Movie plan. Today, I'm back with another Mega review for you all. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the new movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness! Yes, I finally saw this movie, so I'm going to review all the great goodness of this film. Don't worry though, no spoilers here. This is completely spoiler free, so this video is safe for you to watch. I'm going to go over my general thoughts of the movie. I'm going to give you all the good, the bad, and a recommendation on whether you should be going mad to go see this movie in theaters. Madness! Or if you can wait on this one. So stick around to the end of the video for that recommendation. But without further ado, let's get started.
Every night, I dream the same dream.
Now getting to the good of the movie. This is one of the best looking Marvel movies of all time. Just visually, there's so many interesting things they do with this movie. It's just absolutely fantastic to get to see how all the different multiverses look. I mean, it is really spectacular from a visual standpoint. This is absolutely a Sam Raimi movie. He directs this movie to perfection, and you have a lot of his elements in this movie that he's known for. The horror elements are great in this movie. There's tons of spookiness and great horror elements across the board. To me, it actually amazes me how much they were able to get away with just a PG-13. Of course, they had some good cutting sequences in there, but what they showed us, I'm like, ooh, that kind of made me gasp a little bit, because it is pretty scary in some moments. So I'm like, okay, wow, this is a different style of movie. This is probably Marvel's first like true horror movie, even though it's more softer horror at a PG-13 rating. And then all the creepy creature designs were fantastic, like Shumer Goroth, which they show in the trailer, the big one-eyed octopus monster. I thought was really cool and well done. And Sam Raimi just has a good flavor to creating some of these creepy monster elements in movies, so he did a great job with that here. Now to get into the all-star cast of this movie, we got to talk about Benedict Cumberbatch is an awesome Doctor Strange here. He's a lot more likable than the first Doctor Strange movie. He's actually just trying to help people out in this one, so you can be like, wow, this guy's a really kind character. He just wants the best for everybody. And then you got America Chavez, who I guess is like the sidekick here. She does a great job. I wasn't expecting anything from this character because I had no idea what this character was all about. But this character brought a little bit of spice to this movie. I liked it. It was there. It was good. And then you had Wanda, and Wanda's awesome in this movie. Her power set is great, just to see just what she's able to do with her different abilities. I mean, it's very impressive, and so I think Elizabeth Olsen does take that character up another notch in this movie as well. So all around, the characters are great here. Even Wong has his funny moments here and there. So really fun characters here. And I think they all elevate their character from what we've seen them in past movies and series to a whole nother level. And then the Danny Elfman score in this movie is great, and it just gives you a good kind of creepy vibe into a lot of the scenes in this movie. And then one scene in particular that they use music really effectively, you know the scene I'm talking about. I'm like, that's very creative how they use music here within this scene. Awesome job here. And this movie, of course, has shocking moments. Yes, a lot of good surprises in here. I was thinking that I was already spoiled with what we've seen in the trailers, but no, you have not seen anything yet. There are still a few surprises left over here. And so, wow, I had a great time with just being shocked with some of the things that came up on screen. And I was just like, oh, I am so on board with this movie. This is really fun.
The nightmare begins.
Now to get into the bad of the movie. This movie is completely mistitled here. I know it says Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, but it didn't give me enough multiverse-ness to get mad about. Yes, there wasn't enough of it here. For what they had of it, it was awesome. But I wanted more. I really wanted to see more of these multiverses shown off. Feel like more adventures could have gone in around them, but just wasn't enough. This movie goes straight into action right away, and usually I like that with a lot of movies, but for some reason it felt off to me in a movie like this. To me, I felt like we needed a little bit more of a setup before just kind of diving right into this fantastical action sequence, because I was kind of lost and just wondering, wait, what's going on here? This is just too much to take in right now. And then the middle part of this movie, even though it was really cool with the Illuminati, it just felt a little like, hey, why is this in here? I don't know if this has much to do with the overall story. I felt like you just plugged this in, Marvel, for fan service, which I do like fan service. It was really cool to see, but then I'm like, by the end of it, wait, did that really matter to the story and the grand scheme of things? I do not think so. And normally I would say about a 2-hour runtime is a good runtime for a movie. I usually like my movies a little bit shorter, but for some reason I felt like there was stuff missing in this movie. There's definitely something chopped up in the editing floor and we didn't get to see, and I felt like maybe we could have used a little bit more time in this movie. I don't know how much more, but I felt like I needed some more into this movie, and it just felt that the pacing was kind of off. Like I said, you get right sucked into the beginning of it with a big action sequence, and the pacing to me just felt weird in this movie. The 2 post-credit scenes were not that great, unfortunately, and they're just kind of like, really? I sat through the credits for this? So I wish those were a lot better.
We should tell him the truth.
Now to get into my recommendation of the movie. Now, should you go out and see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Yes, I absolutely think you should. If you're a big superhero fan and you've enjoyed the MCU so far, I think you're going to really enjoy this one. I actually really like this movie. The more that I think about it, the more I feel like, wow, this movie was something different. And I did enjoy Sam Raimi's take on it. All the horror elements were fantastic in there. So I don't know if I would consider it top shelf Marvel. Probably not. Probably wouldn't get into my top 10, but definitely mid-tier, high mid-tier. I could feel comfortable putting this movie at that level. So I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this movie if you're a Doctor Strange fan, if you're a fan of Wanda. I mean, if you're just a fan of the MCU in general or the multiverse, I think you're going to enjoy this movie. I think you're going to get something out of it. Hey, even if you're just a Danny Elfman fan, you'll at least enjoy the score and music here. So I think you're going to have a good time with this one. I will say though, make sure you watch WandaVision before going to see this movie. To me, this is the first MCU movie where there's like a requirement before to actually go and see this one, because I think you will be kind of lost and disconnected from a lot of the movie if you have not seen WandaVision. So go see WandaVision if you haven't seen it in a while. Recap it, kind of summarize it again, go through some key episodes there, and then I feel like you'll be more prepared for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But I don't think you need to really see any of the other MCU movies to be ready for this one. Maybe not even see Doctor Strange 1, I don't think is a necessity here. But yeah, really liked the movie. Wasn't perfect, had some flaws there and there, a little bit of pacing issues, but I do really like this movie.
Well, I think we handled that well.
So that will do it for another mega review. Make sure you check out some of my other videos that will pop up on the side here to get some good, more movie reviewy goodness so you can enjoy. And leave a comment down below, what did you most enjoy about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Or if you haven't seen the movie yet, how mad are you going wanting to see this movie? And if you're just discovering the channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe right now. I'm going to get you tons of content posted daily. Movie reviews, rankings, news, hauls, unboxings, movie topic videos, you name it. This is going to be your one-stop shop for all that movie goodness.
He was right.
Also, like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man, reminding you to make every day a movie day.